What is up, guys? So, a lot of people have been making comparisons about the 2025 Superman movie directed by James Gunn and the 2013 Man of Steel movie directed by Zack Snyder. Now, I'm going to be giving my little opinions and going about the pros and cons about what Man of Steel did and why I believe that Superman, portrayed by David Cornsway, is the superior movie and superhero movie in general. Now, first thing we're going to be talking about is Henry Cavill portraying as Superman. Do I feel like Henry Cavill could have potentially been the greatest Superman character of all time? Yes, I do believe. He had the physique. He had everything. He had the facial structure. He pretty much and he had the aura. At least in my opinion, right? Do I think his character was assassinated by a horrible writing? Yes, I do believe so. Do I believe he could have became like the symbol of hope, the Superman that we all know a lot from the comic books? Yes, I also do believe so as well. But unfortunately, we never got to see a lot of Henry Cavill's Superman. We only saw him in Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and we saw him make a cameo in Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam towards the end of the movie. Unfortunately, he went through so much that we never got to really see him a fully fledged out potential Superman. So he will go down as one of like the biggest what ifs, like in terms of superhero movie genres. But unfortunately, he got a lot of bad writing, so we'll never know fully, right? Now, another scene I want to talk about is his dad, right? So this particular scene really rubbed me off the wrong way and a lot of people. Why? Because Clark goes out of his way to save his classmates who were drowning in the bloody water, being trapped in a school bus. So Clark decides to put his own secret at jeopardy, right, to go save his fellow classmates, because that's who Superman is, as called, that he would save people no matter what, small, big, animal or human. He will do anything to save people, even if it inconveniences him, right? And what does his dad say? His dad says, "We, you know how we feel about you using your powers." And then he responds to him saying, "But what was I supposed to do? Just let him die?" And he was like, "Yeah, maybe." Now he may not have flat out said that, "Yeah, you should have let him die," but the fact that he even said, "Oh, maybe," like really rubbed me and a lot of people off the wrong way. Like, I do understand that. All right, this version of Superman Man of Steel was to be portrayed in a different type of way. That if you want to think about realistically, how would the world were to react to a Superman in real life? Now that's completely fine, but the fact that he's pretty much patronizing Clark, telling him that, like, why are you using your powers? Like, what do you like? Let's be honest, right? If I in real life had a son at the same abilities as Superman's, and he tells me that people saw him saving people, you really think I'll patronize him and tell him, why'd you save him? Maybe there was an option for you to let him die. Like, no, I'll tell my kid that I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? And this is what pissed off a lot of people. And don't even get me started on this. Like, why is his dad putting himself in danger in a situation where he has a less and higher chance of not getting out of it, right? Sorry, he has a less chance of getting out and a higher chance of getting himself killed. He tells Clark to stay back, and then his son, who could easily come and rescue him and pull him out, he's like, no. He's that scared of his secret getting out, right? That he would willingly just kill himself, not even give his son a chance. He had no trust in Clark to do the right thing. Let's be for real. He really had no trust in him. And so, in result, he killed himself off, really. And don't even get me started on Lois Lane. Like, she was actually the most useless character throughout any Superman film that I bloody watched. Every single time that she was around Superman, she was either a damsel in distress, she was involved in situations that she had no business being involved in. You know what I mean? Like, she went from being a journalist to fighting with the freaking military and to freaking getting involved deep in. And he had to save her from falling from space. He had to freaking save her from falling from against Lex Luthor when he kidnapped her in Batman v Superman and tossed her from a helicopter. And he freaking had to save her again from the freaking that machine that was terraforming the Earth as well. Like, every freaking situation, she was a bloody damsel in distress, and she was just there to be his love interest and to being saved. Literally, like, she annoyed me so bad. Literally, like, I did not understand her role in the Man of Steel movie, like, at all. And last thing I want to talk about is this. All right. So there's two comparisons of destruction from Man of Steel when he was fighting Zod, and obviously like from Superman as well when the Earth was literally splitting in half, right, from Lex Luthor. So here's the difference, right? I understand that obviously Superman from Man of Steel, right? He was a new Superman, so obviously he wasn't kind of used to like damage control stuff, etc. Which I could understand, and I would have been okay with. But the problem is how he's showing us scenes from when he was younger, saving his classmates from the water and didn't want to expose himself out there. He saved people from the oil accident in the middle of nowhere, right? And obviously he defended that lady that was being harassed by that drunk guy, right? Like they showed us acts of bravery of him helping people, and he obviously helped Lois Lane when she obviously infiltrated his ship, right? Showed us all of these moments of him saving people, but when it came to actually saving people from the city, they just focused on him destruction, fighting Zod, just stopping Zod, all that matters. And obviously towards the end of the fight, when he kills Zod, he saves that family from literally being killed and stuff. But literally everyone else, like he did not try to save people. Like they did not try to portray him of saving people at all. They just wanted to show us a flawed Superman, and that's really it. Like what's the point showing us how the way they could have done it is that they could have shown that he was actually trying to save people, but Zod was obviously trying to prevent him, right? But instead they just like, nah, it's got to be a big action fight scene if people die and all that stuff. And then they addressed it in Batman v Superman when people started hating on him, itself, right? And the point is, like, the thing is that people actually had a point, like, during that time, because all they saw was that Superman was just like causing destruction and stuff, and they showed us like bits and bits of people, like him saving people with stuff, etc. But in general, like just Man of Steel got given shit writing. I don't necessarily blame Zack Snyder, because if eventually he did want to make Superman, like he wanted to make Superman kind of like from like non-hopeful to the hopeful Superman that we know, then I blame Warner Bros. More than anything, because they really rushed Zack Snyder, right? Zack Snyder said wanted to do a Man of Steel 2, he wanted to do a Batman movie, then a Wonder Woman movie, but then instead they were like, nah, after Man of Steel, we're gonna make a Batman v Superman, then we're gonna make a Justice League movie, and then they just pushed all these characters together. They did not let Zack Snyder flush out the universe organically, and then eventually it crumbled. So really, I appreciate Zack Snyder. To be honest, so I don't necessarily hate the Man of Steel movie, but obviously Man of Steel unfortunately never got a sequel, and we never really got to see Henry Cavill properly fleshed out. So if you really had to sit here and compare which one's better, then David Cornsowet Superman movie directed by James Gunn is the superior Superman movie, right? But Henry Cavill's still good, right? But then again, we never got to see him fleshed out. We never got to see him at his full potential, right? So unfortunately, it is unfortunate that the Snyderverse never really got its proper chance to shine. And at the end of the day, I blame the old executives at Warner Bros. They freaking caused this whole freaking mess problems, and don't even get me started with like Ezra Miller and whatnot. So look, either way, man, James Gunn has the new DCU universe in the right hands, man. Superman movie was outstanding. I can't wait to see what else is gonna happen. I can't wait for Wonder Woman, Batman, especially Supergirl. I'm really excited for Supergirl as well, and the new Green Lantern show, and then we're obviously going to get a Clayface as well, and then Peacemaker season 2. So overall, guys, I'm excited for the new DCU universe. I'm excited for the direction they're gonna go. I hope you are all excited as well. I reckon at the end of the day, they're both good movies. You know what I mean? And if you like Man of Steel, it's valid. And obviously, if you like the new Superman movie, it's also valid. But at the end of the day, facts are facts, right? And we just got to see what the future holds before. Now, this video is already 10 minutes, already nearly 10 minutes, so damn sorry about that. But yeah, guys, if you guys haven't followed me, like on YouTube or Twitch or TikTok, please follow the links that are in the description below. And I hope to see you all in the next one.